a candlelight vigil tonight for a 4-year-old whose body they believe was discovered yesterday. CMPD has not officially identified the little girl, but family members gave us pictures and told us her name was Majelic. At the vigil tonight, they held candles, shared memories, and offered prayers. Majelic had been missing for months before her remains were likely discovered in Northwest Charlotte yesterday. Tonight, her grandfather broke down thinking about the last time he saw her.
I come over here and I seen her. She waved at me. Last time I seen her. Majelic, I love you. I'll see you again. Amen. I love you.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. You can just see that grief. Majelic's mother has now been charged in the little girl's death. She's facing charges of first-degree murder, child abuse, and felony concealing a death.
Right now, police are trying to figure out how a 4-year-old body ended up behind a Charlotte home. Fox 46's Jamal Goss is live on Caps Hill Mine Road that's close to where a memorial continues to grow. Jamal, we know that police say the mother is now facing murder charges.
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. CMPD says 31-year-old Malika Bennett has been arrested and is facing charges for the death of her 4-year-old daughter. Police say they found the little girl buried near some woods in the back of her home on Braden Drive. Right now, Bennett is facing several charges, including felony child abuse and murder. Our neighbors, teachers, and staff members have made a makeshift memorial by placing balloons and teddy bears near where the 4-year-old's remains were found. The family actually allowed us to see where police discovered her body, and right now they're asking the community for prayers. Her neighbors tell us they hadn't seen the little girl in several months and became worried about her. Investigators arrived to the scene last night and say they received several tips that indicated foul play may have been involved.
I just want to be here with the family. I just met a lot of them today, but, you know, at our school, we're all a family. So when one hurts, we all hurt. So me and Miss Alexander are here today just to let them know that we're here.
You never know what people are going through, so I don't want to pass judgment or whatever, but just to prayer for her, prayer for the extended family, prayer for her children, especially the one that we have close contact with, because she had been going through so much the last few weeks.
No, police have not mentioned how the girl may have died, nor have they mentioned a motive. Right now, police are working to identify the 4-year-old's remains and say they will release her name afterwards. Reporting live in Northwest Charlotte, I'm Jamal Goss, Fox 46.
We also have some new details tonight on a case that police are calling deeply disturbing. A Charlotte mother accused of killing her 4-year-old daughter and then hiding her remains. The mother now facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder in her daughter's death. WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Golder joins us live now from CMPD headquarters in Uptown with new details. Brandon.
Well, Vanessa, CMPD investigators say Majelic Young was living in an abusive environment, and they say this case is simply shocking. As we saw CMPD investigators go in and out of this house last Friday, Lieutenant Brian Crum says one question was on all of their minds.
Many of us are parents, and it's very difficult to understand how someone could do this to their child, kill their child, and bury them and move on with their life as if nothing happened. I mean, it's really, truly shocked everyone to their core.
Investigators believe Malika Bennett killed her 4-year-old daughter, Majelic Young, back in early September. Detectives came to Bennett's house off Braden Drive last Friday after people told police they hadn't seen Majelic in months. Lieutenant Crum says life inside this home was an abusive environment. According to court records, Bennett has pending misdemeanor child abuse charges from a case last year when officers say she left her 9- and 7-year-old children at home by themselves for more than 24 hours. Corey Thomas lives across the street, and he says police had visited Bennett's home multiple times.
It's never been really too bad, but I've never seen it this bad.
Lieutenant Crum echoed that sentiment.
I've worked homicide for most of the last 10 years. I can tell you that this case is deeply disturbing. It's disturbing to everyone who's worked it.
Bennett remains in jail. The medical examiner is still investigating the cause of death in this case. Live at CMPD headquarters, Brandon Goldner, WCNC Charlotte.
What a horrific story. Brandon, thank you for those updates. Charlotte mother made her first appearance in court today, accused of killing her 4-year-old daughter and then burying her body in a yard. Friday, detectives made a grisly discovery, finding that child's body behind a home on Braden Drive. Fox 46's Jamal Goss spoke to family members still in shock about what happened.
It's a struggle every day, but we continue to pray and have faith.
It's a miracle for the family of 4-year-old Majelic Young to think someone would hurt the little girl they call Jelly.
This is very hurtful. It's an innocent child.
Police say her mother, Malika Bennett, killed her and then buried her in a shallow grave in the backyard of her home back in September.
This case is deeply disturbing. It's disturbing to everyone who's worked it.
Detectives say they discovered her remains last week after family members and neighbors say they hadn't seen her in months.
It's even more difficult that this baby died at the hands of her mother, the person that gave her birth.
Lucille Puckett is with the group Take Back Our Hoods. She lost her son to violence and is helping families like Majelic's cope with losing a loved one. Fox 46 cameras weren't allowed inside the courtroom as Bennett faced a judge for murder, child abuse, and concealing a death. She sat emotionless as her bail was denied.
I ain't seen no remorse. I ain't seen no sad face.
Family, friends, and loved ones rallied outside the McClure County Courthouse following Bennett's first court appearance, chanting "No justice, no peace." They shared memories of Majelic and had a moment of silence for her.
Jelly had to have a lip gloss. A lip gloss had to be popped. And if it wasn't, she was going in the pocketbook to get it. They looked for this baby months. They asked this mother, where was she? And the mother gave no answer. Oh, she was with another family member. And the other family members asked them, where was Jelly? And they lied and said that they was with this family.
And investigators are waiting on a medical exam to determine how Majelic was killed. Meantime, the family is hoping justice will be served and are asking the community for prayers. In Uptown, I'm Jamal Goss, Fox 46.